The Rap Roundtable.
Episode 105 of New York's #1 podcast for hip-hop. Put your ones up in the studios, in front of your phones, on your laptops. Keep them ones up. We do this for y'all. #1 in your hearts and #1 with the facts. It is the Rap Roundtable. It's your boy Jarv here alongside Dini the Balance.
May the force be with you.
Alongside the homie Mase. Sincere is not with us. As we told y'all before, it's going to be a little bit before you see Sin again. He's dealing with some things on the personal side. Right. Prayers up to Sin and his family.
Yes, sir.
We miss you here at the table, but at the same time, we will hold it down. And I hope that when you get minutes to sneak away from dealing with what you have going on, you could tap in with us and get a quick laugh before you log back into reality.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Again, everybody put some prayers up for Sin and his family. We miss you, bro. We look forward to having you back.
My God.
And with that being said, the beat you hear in the background is brought to you by Sincere Beats. He makes beats.
Holla.
Yes, sir.
Super producer.
Super producer. Hey, man, it's good to be back in the spot. No Walt, no Manu tonight.
No Manu?
We got Tony Parker, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Game
We
time.
got the boy Josh back in the building.
Shout out to Josh,
When
man.
Josh is in the studio, it's almost like a holiday because we only get him quarterly now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out to Josh. You know what I
Salute,
mean?
Josh, man. In
We
the
missed
building.
you.
My boy,
Although
Sly.
Walt has basically been part of the show. He doesn't like the Kanye slander. Walt, enjoy your vacation.
Love
We will not
Walt.
diss Kanye while you're not around. We'd
Right.
rather you be in the room while we're dissing him because it's funnier that way.
This is facts.
Saving those.
You know what I mean? You can find the Rap Roundtable on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and of course Facebook. Lock in with us everywhere. Get familiar with us. If you're feeling generous, hit the Cash App, roundtablemerch.com. All the donations help us build up the brand. And if you're not trying to spend no bread, the freest thing you can do is hit that like button. We need 350 likes on each and every video. Those likes keep us in the algorithm. We feed the algorithm, more people can see the Rap Roundtable on their devices, and they can lock in with us. Granted, we are underground pod. We don't do the clout chasery, so the numbers is never gonna look crazy for people who like to get mad at us and start talking about numbers immediately. It's because we do a specific type of pod that's not shock and awe.
Right.
It's highfalutin. It's high
Work.
quality. The high quality shit is always a slow burn. So when you hop on our dick and say, "Oh, look at your numbers," hey man. I was deleting some photos last night, and 2 years ago we was at 2.5K.
Bruh.
As of right now, we approaching
Organic.
18.2.
Man,
By the end of the year, we'll be
salute.
at 20K. So when you talk about numbers and end over end growth, the Rap Roundtable has exceeded themselves each year the
Right.
last few years.
We
And if you
working.
think we're annoying now, watch what 2025 is gonna hit. We're gonna be progressively more annoying. And I like the fact that granted we are
Yes.
underground pod, all of the hip hop talking head elites use the Rap Roundtable as a
Yes.
source for their platform.
Stealing
on.
our
So
bars,
I'll
man.
keep 300K
Speak on it.
views when I know that the elites rather talk about our shit and not give us the credit because they know
feel
our
me?
shit is fire. You know what I mean?
Little salute ain't too bad.
Y'all
You can throw a
talking
little
right
salute
now.
in there when you're
just saying,
stealing the
you know what I mean?
bars. Come on,
You're
man.
gonna have to deal with us eventually. I remember there was a couple years ago when we was dealing with a novel situation, and I looked into this same camera and I said, y'all can enjoy your fun right now, but we're gonna pass you. And it's
Remember that?
happening.
Change gon' come.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yes, it will.
We don't go on vacations.
I remember that.
We don't take impromptu breaks and don't tell nobody to pretend we was on vacation. We
Work.
lock in every week. Sometimes 2 releases, sometimes 3 releases.
Yeah.
We dedicated to the
Facts.
craft. We put out fire time in and time out. This is episode 105, fellas. Let's lock in. Let me find my drop.
We are
We gotta talk a little bit.
entertainment.
You know what I mean?
Hell of an intro.
You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta set the tone in here
Yes,
because
sir.
you'll see in the mailbag and when we get to the lawn, people still got the town fucked up. And it's up to us to represent the energy of New York City.
Copy
Do it.
that.
But before we do that, we gotta take a trip to the embassy. I got a question for the OVO capo and the part-time OVO representative, both to my left. I'm alone tonight.
Right.
Drake has been going through the biggest battle of his life, right?
Right.
Yes.
And I've noticed he's had to fight this fight alone. Maybe he wants to fight the fight alone, maybe he doesn't. I just don't know. But I'm noticing that one of his most recent collaborators on a highly successful level has been relatively quiet when it comes to this battle. Not even a quote, not a podcast interview, not a straight bar, not a nothing. Where is 21 Savage? Why is he not standing next to Drake? Why is he not defending Drake? Why do we only have to hear from academics and formerly Lil Yachty? What's going on? To the captain, I come to you first. Help me understand.
Well, Jarv, I gotta say it's because 21 Savage is the only person moving smart in this entire situation, okay?
Sorry, what?
The only person
I almost choked on my drink.
is one. And his name's 21 Savage. He's from the UK, all right? By the way of Atlanta, all right?
He's saying you lot figure it out. That's what he's saying.
But I gotta say, Jarv, he's the only one moving smart. He's not like Yachty, where his allegiances are supposed to be one place, but he's in interviews saying, hey, that song's not bad, right? He's not LeBron, you know, talking about, writing IG posts about loving Drake, but then, you know what I mean, getting his jig on at the fucking pop-out concert, you know what I mean, shaking shoulders, Sin style, you know what I mean? Like he's not, you know, he's not like the people on Drake's side that just stew in anger, you know what I mean? Shouts to, you know, me and academics, you know what I'm saying? He's the only one moving smart. He has allegiances in multiple places. We can't forget that Metro Boomin and 21 have a fantastic relationship. I believe right after this whole situation popped off, they did a live together, or 21 Savage did a live. Metro Boomin was commenting up there talking about the OVO, you know, 21 or some shit like that, you know, you know, bothering them like friends would do type of vibe.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's his guy.
You know how it goes. How, you know, people make fun of me for being an Indiana Fever fan. You know what I mean? It happens, man.
Whoa, that's divisive.
It happens, man. They make fun of
That's
me.
problematic.
Be careful, man.
Because somehow they done fucked off basketball and made everything a race issue. We can't enjoy Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese without being a bigot all of a sudden.
You feel what I'm saying?
You all love your moms. That's what they saying on Twitter. You all love your moms because you like Caitlin Clark.
I just like a 3-point shot, man.
I didn't get this type of attitude
Y'all
for like
better enjoy
Luka,
this
bro.
shit right now, because by next year and beyond, Caitlin Clark is gonna make it real difficult for y'all to make these bullshit arguments when she busting the whole league ass. Carry on, man.
Speak on it, y'all. Speak on it. So it's you know, he was up there making fun of 21 in that situation, just kind of fucking with him. But 21 stood his ground. It's not like he said fuck Drake. It's not like he said, you know, no, I'm not. You know, he took it in stride, you know. So if you ask me, 21 is the only one that says, hey, listen, I got allegiances here. I'm gonna shut the fuck up. Because I don't want to. I'm fucking with everybody. I made too much money with Drake. We just got off tour. We just made a fantastic tape, Her Loss. You know what I mean? The only good thing Little Yachty's ever been associated with. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 21 gave Yachty a career. We got to talk about it. You feel me? But you know, I gotta admire it because he's not up here, you know, saying one thing that he has to go up and apologize for, that he gotta text behind somebody's back and say, yo, I didn't mean it. He's shutting the fuck up and he's letting shit play out. I respect it, y'all.
Talk to me, Dini. Where you at with 21's very loud silence in defense of Drake?
I mean, it's a business issue.
Okay.
You know? It's a lot of ties, a lot of hands in pots. Plus, like you said, he may be the smart one in the situation and seen, damn, like Drake's the #1 guy, and look what happened to him in the situation. If he can get floored like that, then a couple of bloke bars come my way. I'm toast.
Bars? Yo, Dini, I told you about this blokety bloke
My
shit.
fault.
Bloke bars is crazy.
I got it. Yo, shout out to the homies. Like,
that's crazy. They gonna be in the comments.
Yo, I love y'all. Though. Yo, it's one of the most sophisticated lingos I've ever heard. I speak like that just cause it has a nice little ring to it. It's a little flavor.
I want problems.
He don't even rap blokey.
He don't. He didn't get fully ingratiated in blokiness. You know what I'm saying? But where we go? What I'm saying is this: he understands. And another thing that made me think about it. Shout out to the Nas heads. You know what I'm saying? Who always want to talk about Nas. Look at the last time he popped out the window and said that shit to Nas. You know what I'm saying? What happened?
You
know what I'm saying?
I see.
That's the last time he really jumped out the window.
He's a little leery to get involved in some shit.
Yeah, like, cause this is grown man bars. Like, we was fucking with Nas. It was grown man bars. An apology came, a mutual understanding came, music came. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm assuming whoever's in 21's corner and himself too, not like he just some nigga that just in the cut. Like, whoever's doing his business is saying like, yo, listen, this is not the best time to get involved with this type of shit. You get what I'm saying? It just, Drake is still recovering from this in a lot of ways, and I don't think 21 says I don't have that kind of power to outlive and outlast this kind of onslaught. Right. So I think he's just playing it cool. That's still my man. Maybe if Drake is real homie, he'd be like, yo, like, just just don't say nothing when they ask you, bro. Like, but, you know, like a nigga with the gun in the car. Like, if they ask you any questions, just say I had the gun. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like that.
Like, just take the L, because I don't want you to end up where I am. You might not be able to bounce back the way I bounce back. I'm a bounce back from this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Say that.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up, man?
You know, I like both of y'all responses. Outside of what Dini said about bloke bars, we don't subscribe to that here at the Rap Roundtable. If you have any problems made by Dini on all social media platforms, get him.
Love y'all.
Don't blame us.
Talk to me,
blame
y'all.
him specifically.
Come talk to me.
Most of them bloke bars come from Jamaicans. You shooting at your own people.
I watch a little Top Boy here and there.
Yeah, listen, man. I'm rewatching Top Boy again. I ain't gonna hold you. I love that show. That might be my favorite Netflix show ever. Is Top Boy.
That's a combo right there.
This is the third time I'm watching it through. Like I'm at Summer House, and I'm gonna go from Summer House all the way through to the last. I'm not gonna watch the last season because it wasn't.
They never watched Bel Air yet, right?
Nah.
Well, Jeffrey in Bel Air is basically a Top Boy reformed.
What? So I gotta watch it.
He
now.
got the whole lingo and everything. It's fire. Shout out to them. Shout out to Peacock. They doing their thing.
Cut the check, Peacock.
Yo, cut us a little sun.
Hey, you know.
Also, Josh, speaking of cutting the checks, while I got you here, I need some game from you, so I'm gonna holler at you after the show.
Big facts.
But this situation is tricky because, again, I reside as a sidewalk nigga. I don't get into no street politics.
Facts.
But that doesn't mean that I don't understand politics of said streets. You know what I mean?
Right.
I got a lot of family members. I got a lot of family members that's in gangs. I got a lot of friends that's been in gangs. It's been a real beef. So when I see 21 Savage, based on my itinerary and understanding of how beef works, he's in the middle.
Right.
And usually there's no such thing as playing the middle. You usually got to choose a side.
You right.
So how is 21 allowed to choose a side in a situation that's that volatile? And he don't got to diss Metro. He not even talking to Kenny. He just staying out of it. Like Drake threw a straight bar at J. Cole for bowing out.
Yeah.
J. Cole did some sucker shit. We'll never forgive him for that.
Never.
Even if the music is good, and we'll tell you the music is good, it bears repeating because it's that one Cole fan not listening properly. You know what I'm saying? The music will always be good.
Cyrus, most likely.
But what you did was unforgivable. 21 play in the middle usually means that neither side can trust you. Or is it just a situation where Drake understands that he's getting money with Metro, the Metro 21 collaborative energy is 21's bread and butter. Mm-hmm. So is Drake just being a good guy and saying, you know what, I don't want to fuck your money up, homie, so just stand down in this situation? Or am I just thinking that 21 is scared of fucking up in general, to Dini's point? Like, you know, I'm not saying he got to involve himself, but considering they ran around on stages together, they did that whole album, they seem to be very friendly. And back in my day, I played the Gramps card. When my guy, Dini has rap beef and I'm a rapper, I'm inheriting the beef.
Right.
Free smoke.
How is 21 absolved of inheriting this beef? Just if like you're not even trying to like dead the beef, you just out the way. You ain't trying to get 21, not 21 Metro and Drake in the room in Future and figure some shit out. What's going on? Like, how is 21 getting the pass on all this, y'all? The embassy not saying, y'all giving me good explanations, but you're not telling me why he's absolved of playing the middle, or in fact, staying completely out the way.
I have a theory. I want Dean to get to eventually, you know, kind of explain that whole, you know, 21 is scared situation. Like, I want to know if you're trying to say he's scared of the bars. Hold on, I'm gonna let you get into it, but I want to know if you talking about a 21 is scared of the bars that Kenny might give him, or if he just is scared of the PR situation. Now, I personally think that we got to keep it a stack, right? When it comes to the Drake part, Drake is not going to step to certain niggas and say, yo, I don't feel like you handled that correctly, right? He's going to step to Yachty and say you did that, you know what I mean? If academics get out of line, he's going to step to Act. You know what I mean? Even like the little niggas that run around him now. You know what I mean? Maybe if Cash Cobain or one of these guys, a little such and such said, you know, was showing allegiance, I think Drake would have an issue. But I don't think Drake is going to show. I don't think he's going to step to 21 like that. And I'm not trying to make it a thing, guys. You know what I mean?
Hold on. 20-second time on. Are you saying that 21 is allowed to, if not be in the middle, stay completely out the way because Drake might be afraid of 21?
Do we think that Drake hit Jay Prince's line and said, how come you haven't said nothing about this Kendrick shit? That's all I'm saying.
This is facts.
That's all I'm saying. You know what I mean? I think Drake has a certain respect for a certain type of guy that as long as you don't out and out shit on them, you gotta respond to somebody shitting on you specifically.
Wow.
But I don't think Drake is gonna step to 21 like, why you ain't say nothing about Kendrick? You know what I mean? Maybe he took him to zone 6. You know what I mean? What's going on in the ATL? I don't know. Feel me?
I'm not saying he's afraid specifically of bars. I think it's a combination. I think it's bars and PR. I was like, damn, like, do I want to end up on the end of a
bar for
man? They're all bar for that.
What is happening?
My fault.
Go to
My fault. What time? Here
we go.
It's cool. We got it over here. It's all right.
First segment, we know.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, like when you have the guy, the highest there is in the land at the time, like grasping straws to recover from this. You're thinking like, yo, I'm not the highest guy. I'm not the lowest guy in the land, but I'm not in the sky. You know what I'm saying? People fuck with me. Would I be? And if this was a all-out rap onslaught, could I really fuck with him? You get what I'm saying? It's like, where's 21's win? You get what I'm saying? Is he gonna make a better album than Kendrick? I don't know. Is he gonna make a better song than Kendrick? I don't know. I don't think so in terms of like musicality and everything like that.
All right.
But
But does he need to win or just defend his friend?
Boogeyman indeed, huh?
I mean,
You think Tony Yayo not afraid, like he throwing balls? Okay,
This ain't the
we're not
A$AP
doing
Rocky situation.
a comparing era. I'm just saying, Yayo would throw a bar at any rapper in defense of 50. Win or lose.
Fat Joe ain't
But-
a gangster.
but
He's scared
that-
to fly. I
They,
know
but
you remember
you're,
them
you're
bars.
mentioning a nigga that grew up with a nigga. You get what I'm saying? Like these niggas, that's his brother. I actually listened to Yayo on Vlad the other day, and the way he speaks so glowing of 50 to this day,
He love it.
it's like. That's the type of niggas you need in your corner.
I ain't gonna lie.
He
I
let you
love
know,
that.
like the reason I'm on these jets is because of 50.
Bleak
The
and
reason
Jay,
I'm in the
Yayo,
air is
50.
because of the fucking tatas.
Yayo love for 50 make me look at Banks like, all right, what
happened to you?
What did you do?
What happened to you?
'Cause, you know what I mean?
Like, he won't even say nothing wrong about him, and the respect I have for the nigga for that, to me, I said, you can't buy that kind of respect, bro. Like that, he really fucks with that man because he understands my position. He is sending me to a different position in life. I don't think Drake did that for 21. 21 has some good joints out there with Metro. They got tapes together. You get what I'm saying? Of good music. So I don't think he felt the same allegiance. Plus, it maybe was like, yo, like let's just drop an album and we'll capitalize on the moment. But we're not like pros. You get what I'm saying? Like I'll come to your birthday party, but if niggas is shooting at you, I might not come out. You know, it depends on the kind of energy. You know what I'm saying?
And there was arguments at the time that, you know, maybe Her Loss was better than What a Time to Be Alive. Maybe
Remember
Drake
that.
don't want to fuck that off.
No,
Remember that? That might be the
but I-
music. The
but
music.
no.
You know?
No.
not at all. No offense. And that's great,
Incorrect.
and it's great music. But What a Time to Be Alive was a moment.
You're right.
Moment.
Hands down. Hands down. Hands down.
Both great albums. Both great albums.
Macito though, you know,
Sure.
just to close it out before I go back to Mace, I think it's a good decision that 21 is not involved because I feel like it's a certain attention that he'll get that in the long run I don't think he'll benefit from. I think staying out of this particular smut is good for the 21 brand. Do your gangster rap, do the 21 shit. I think there's some nigga named 21 Lil Harold that's starting to get some motion out of that camp. So he got bigger fish to fry. He don't need to involve himself. And I'm not even sure, even if he was to defend his friend, unless Kenny is a madman enough to where he want to get involved, he really can't do nothing. And I love 21's music. Well, if he's just talking about rapping and dissing niggas, like that's not his bag.
It's not.
That's not his forte. You know what I mean? So it's probably better that he just do his tape. Can we get Savage Mode 3, please? You know what I mean? Or whatever you and Metro decide to do next. I don't want to pigeonhole you. Good decision by 21 to stay out of it. I just found it interesting that he got to stay out of it and no one has said a word about it. Maybe there's a comment somewhere on the internet, but universally he's been allowed to sit this one out. And I just thought that was interesting.
Right. Now you're right, Joe.
But going to Kenny, you know, it's some whispers, you know, about some things with Kendrick Lamar that might be questionable. Mace, can you shed some light on that? Can we get a little chatty?
I hate
Chatty
to,
boys.
I'd say that I hate to get chatty, but I don't want to lie to the viewing audience. You know what I mean? I actually love that part of the show.
Integrity
You know what I
matters.
mean? But
Chatty
y'all,
boys, hit the like button, 350 likes.
you know what I mean? Hashtag CBs. You know
You
what I'm
dig?
saying? Joe, this is what's going on right now. There's an online rumor. It's been circulating through Twitter, through the Kali, a few of the elite rap forums. That there's apparently a situation where there's gonna be a woman that comes out and says, Kendrick Lamar, abused me. There's rumor about who the woman might be. It might be Nitty Scott, if y'all remember her. She's a female rapper from New York. It's rumored that that she's gonna go to TMZ. There's gonna be a situation where she goes and says, "Hey, I was abused by Kendrick. You know what I mean? This was the situation," and The rumor's kind of picking up steam. I've seen it with a few, the Reddit pages that know what's going on. I know a lot of the internet is misinformation, guys, and what I'm telling you now might be, might not happen. But we got to tell you what's going on with the rumors. This rumor that there's going to be a woman that comes out and kind of, I don't want to say confirms what Drake said, because Drake said it about him and his wife, who's now, in PG Lang shirts on her IG, you know what I mean? Big L there, guys. You know what I mean? Hanging out, you know what I mean?
You see what I'm saying? The embassy's right here. Drake do a little bit of something, this nigga back loud.
Right back on that.
You know what I mean?
Shoulders was up in May.
Hey, listen, man. Shoulders was up.
Octave was up.
Voice was high, man.
I mean, it's cool.
You know what I mean?
Now we back outside.
All of a sudden, I had a hang toenail. You know what I mean? I can't make the show, guys. Sorry, you know what I mean?
Is it academics or Mace? I don't know anymore.
You know what I mean? More, we done cut more out.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
nah.
Last two.
Maul was told by his constituents to relax.
Chill out.
It's not a good look.
Maul had to go out to LA. I'm good. You know what I mean?
You absolutely.
So but that's the rumor. You know what I mean? That there's gonna be something that comes out PR wise. Now people are speculating whether this is a true story, whether this is a situation where people are just trying to cut Kendrick Lamar down to size. You know how that goes. You know what I mean? As soon as you pop in too much, somebody comes out the woodwork, say you did something 10, 15 years ago, trying to fuck up your shit.
Was that a dig bar cut Kendrick Lamar down the size? Like, that could be more embassy talk, but I'm gonna let you rock out.
He said it, not me, guys.
I'm gonna let you rock out.
I'm above the low hanging fruit. That's Deanie the chef.
Could be
embassy talk is crazy.
Another one. He's on fire tonight.
That's Deanie the chef. But I do find it interesting.
I mean, that was a technical. Low hanging fruit is crazy. You know what I mean?
Actually, I take the L. Deanie, did you get me right there, man? I don't know, man.
Bro.
But listen, it'd be very interesting, and I'd like to see if this is confirmed true. I'm not saying it's true or not, but if this happens, I'd like to see where the PR spin of things go in the next few months. 2024 is a wild year, guys. You know what I mean? Jay-Z and Nas started beefing at the end of 2001. These niggas started at the top of 2024, and it's been a wild year ever since. Okay.
I mean,
let's hear it.
I don't know, yo. I don't like the fact that the only way that the OVO Lord, Six God, whatever you want to call him, can get some kind of leverage in this situation is with gossip mongering. This is a rap battle.
Yeah.
He was filleted and embarrassed. And you Drake fans who come in that comment section and say they don't like Jarv, suck my dick. Your man is playing caddy games. This is rap. And he got out-rapped. He got out-chattied, out-gossiped, out-everything, out-charted, out-everything. And yet we relegating ourselves to gossip and potential rumors and phantom Instagram posts on burner accounts. This is what we sanctioning in the embassy base? Like this shit corny to me. This ain't rap. This is why niggas saying to end the battle, because we done where the fuck Wendy Williams at? She might as well be the referee for this shit. Where Miss Info at? Where all the gossip mongers at? Because this is what we doing with the rapping at. Where the bars at?
And for a lot of the folks, Jarv is 100% right here. And for a lot of the folks who are kind of off the issue, or people who say, you know what, that's not that interesting to me. Some of them are just doing it, just to do it. But other people have valid points, because they said this became that type of situation, right? Like, are we using the abuse of women as a pawn? Even a lot of for record, a lot of Drake fans said the same thing about Kendrick, as far as the allegations that were levied against Drake, where it's like, do we care about this shit, or are we just using this as some sort of aha got you moment? So at this point, it's like, Jarv is completely right. We worried about the bars, we worried about the music, we even worried about you looking foolish, you know what I mean, in the streets, you know what I mean? Like, but the abuse of women, the abuse of potentially, underage children, when we get that as a some sort of leverage on each other, as you mentioned, Jarv, it gets a little like, ew, like, you know what I mean? Cringy. Brother, no, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a little disgusted by that, So, Jarv, you make a great point with that one.
You saying it's ill?
What's that?
Yeah. What's that?
Let's keep it on wax. You know,
I don't want nobody to get abused, guys. I'm hoping they're all false rumors, okay?
Yeah, but I get the sense that this thing, there's something that's gonna hit the fan eventually. That's gonna melt the internet, and I'm here for it. I'm gonna call it gossipy and catty, but I love watching the internet melt. But like, Dini, you hear about the gossip, and we know how you feel about Kenny. Like, how would you feel if some of the whispers are actually facts?
I really just hope, like, damn, this is crazy. Like, I just feel like I hope this is not true. Wow. You get what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter how I feel about Kenny. It just, to be associated with that is just fucked up. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't do that. Like, if he did it, then fry him. That's how I feel about that shit. You out here beating up the ladies, you know what I'm saying? Fry him. But just, that's what we doing now. We just gonna be throwing allegations around. Whenever there's rap beef, you gonna call a lady, like, just say he did something to you back in the day. And that's the way we gonna be jamming niggas up. That shit just, it sounds creepy. And I hope Shorty really, something happened. I'm not saying I hope something happened. I'm hoping that's the case, because you don't want to be the lady that's used as that ploy. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
That shit, that's just a bad look, especially for women who really go through that shit. It's just fucked up when people are playing, using some shit that people really go through. Shit that really fucks up people's lives. So if this shit happened, you know what I'm saying, then I guess it is what it is. But if it's like some bullshit, and that's just so we could throw, the same way we talk about Drake with the whole, you know, he did this, that, and the third, we're gonna be talking about Kenny now. Yo, he women. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not good for the music. That's not good for the culture. That's not good for anything. Like,
it's not.
You know what I think? This is a product of.
That's disgusting.
This is the first real, like, main event rap battle of the social media age. Like, we've had some on the outskirts of the social media age, but like, this is, we're in it.
Yeah.
Everything before it wasn't this. Like, with the TikToks and the Instagrams, the YouTubes, the reaction channels, the podcasts. You know what I'm saying? And with the social media age, a lot of what social media is really like the Matrix, like the digital projection of your mental self. Like, so you want to control everything that you put out there. We all do it. We all control what gets out there. So I guess in this social media age main event rap battle, the best way to beat said rapper is to beat the nigga he projects to be, which I think is whack, because I want to hear bars. But at the same time, our old man sensibilities have to understand that in the social media age, you have to defeat the person that's being projected, not the actual real person. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
That's a good point.
I'm not saying it's right, chat. Don't beat me up. I'm just saying, if I say that I'm a cat lover and I put that out on Instagram every day, that I love cats, I do love cats. But then I love cats, and then you see me kicking the cat up the block in real life, and then Mase dropped the diss record about me kicking cats up the block, and he dropped the footage, I'm a fraud.
Fraud.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it is what it is, you know.
And it's like, I can already kind of see internet culture being affected by this battle. You know, we men of age, so we're not gonna follow what the Drake and Kenny do. But when you see like the younger folks, like when as soon as something go off, they throw an allegation at you. What Kenny called Drake or what Drake called Kenny, and that's like the new diss to folks. Like, oh, you support a guy who did this. You know what I mean? And just throwing, you know what I mean? They seen you in a picture with this person, so now you're this, and it's like, that's the insult. So I can already kind of see internet culture being affected by, you know, whether Drake or Kenny. That's the thing about this, right? Taking fandom out of it. If either of you guys think that the other guy did what you said, please call the police. You know what I mean?
Please.
So that's the thing. Like, it's like the allegations are just being thrown at an alarming rate right now, and I feel like it's only happened this post battle. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so whatever happens. But I personally hope that it didn't happen with the rumors said.
Okay, I see the vision. But we got to move on. We know some of y'all, about not even half, a few of y'all don't like when we talk about Drake and Kenny so much. But you know what? Again, we have to give our listeners what they want. It's not personal. You know what I'm saying? But if they come and they expect something of us, if 10 people want something and then there's one person crying, we're gonna listen to the 10 people, because that benefits us. Understand that. And we still give you a lot of other shit. Make sure you check the China Streets interview. We still give you a lot of other shit. But as we come across new people who enjoy what we do and what we talk about, we have to give them what they want as well.
Yes.
Hit the like button. We need 350 likes on each and every video. Make sure you do that. Run the comments up. If you haven't by now, hit the subscribe option. Beneath the subscribe option is the notification bell. Hit that up so when YouTube try to front and try to shadow ban niggas, you still get that notification anyway, right? There's been a talking point recently coming out of the Olympics that, and it's happened before. I don't want to make this specifically about the Olympics, but it got louder again post-Olympics.
It's been a conversation,
Snoop Dogg is a bigger, more famous rapper than Jay-Z. It's an interesting topic. We've seen it in the group chat that we always mention, but we'll never tell you who's in it.
Yes.
Danny the Balance, when you hear Snoop Dogg is a bigger, more famous rapper than Jay-Z, what do you say to that?
I have to agree. I know we're talking, but in terms of rapping, like ability, no. Not saying that, but in terms of just pure facial credit and notoriety, I don't think no nigga like can hop off the plane in like fucking Indonesia, you know what I'm saying? And fucking anywhere, they know who he is, you know what I'm saying? Like the nigga on the Olympics, bro. You get what I'm saying? That's fucking crazy.
That's insane. That's cultural shit.
That's international, world-renowned, worldwide shit. I just think like he's just synonymous with being the old cool nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like Jay got a lot of shit that people love about him, but Jay got a lot of shit that people don't like. Like I don't know what's the things that people don't like about Snoop. You know what I'm saying? He just seems like he's loved and renowned everywhere he goes, bro. And I think that means something. I just feel like whether it's the braids or the dreads, the khaki blues, you know what I'm saying? Like whatever you want to, but iconic. Say what you want, you know what I'm saying? But just indistinguishable from anybody else on the planet, I think. And the niggas like Novella now as far as height. Like, you really can't miss the nigga, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we're gonna censor that too.
Damn.
Deanie said, fuck no senses, bro. What are you talking about?
You got
9 foot 11 inches. Pause.
Yo.
Hey, what's going on, bro?
Tried to rescue it and failed again. Proceed.
Yo, we gonna say to the bench. Yo, you want to sub it?
Yo.
Hey, Masito, Snoop or Jay-Z?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm a contrarian by heart. You know what I'm saying? I think y'all know that. A lot of the people who watch know that. And so I I wanted to agree with this, right? Like, this has been a conversation for a minute, like you said, Jarv. I forgot the first person who brought it up, but this has been in like a year's thing. Not necessarily Jay-Z or Snoop Dogg, but just Snoop is the most, famous rapper, the most notable rapper, the most, the one with the most fame of everybody. And I wanted, for a minute, I wanted to agree with it, right? Because you see Snoop everywhere. I remember me and Jarv had a conversation about this. I was ready to argue with him, like, yeah, Snoop. You know what I mean? I just wanted to argue, man. You know what I mean? Might have had a little bit too much Migos that day.
A little sipping.
But what does fame mean? What does it account for? Statistically, how can we, they're both music artists, right? Jay-Z is an undeniably bigger music artist than Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg has an incredible 8 or 9 platinum albums in his career. That's incredible. That's most than most artists. Jay-Z has 17. Jay-Z has 10 multi-platinum albums. If Jay-Z and Snoop Dogg put out albums today, Snoop Dogg might do, and this is no shots, it might do 10, 20K, you know what I mean? Jay-Z's gonna do 100, 200K, bro. Jay-Z puts out a verse. They're music artists. We have to remember this. They are music artists, guys. So I don't know. I don't want to hear about, how Steph Curry cereal sell more than LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? Who's the most famous basketball player? You know what I mean? So as for what they do, they're musicians. Jay-Z will undeniably sell more. Now it's like, do people know this guy or this guy's more face? Listen, if you know about rap or hip hop, then you know about Jay-Z and Snoop Dogg. And you know about Eminem, and you know about 50 Cent, you know about Drake, you know about Kanye. There's certain people that if you know of the existence of hip-hop in general, you're gonna know who the hell they are. You know what I mean? Jay-Z just was asked to perform by Tom Brady at what was it, the Hall of Fame, Jarv?
At his retirement ceremony.
Yeah.
That's incredible amounts of fame. That's
Jersey retirement.
That's Frank Sinatra type shit. You know what I mean? So while I get it, you know what I mean? And I think we can all lean into this because Snoop Dogg is he's such a pitch man, right? You see Snoop Dogg with Martha Stewart. You see Snoop Dogg, on an MTV show. Snoop Dogg, you know what I mean? Snoop Dogg is everywhere.
His
but
likeness,
I don't think accessibility necessarily denotes that you're more famous than a person. You know what I'm saying? So while I wanted to say, yeah, Snoop Dogg, just to, you know, rile up the folks, when I look at it objectively, I can't say that. I think it's Jay.
I see both sides of the argument. But you know, sometimes I talk about this in sports, like years ago when I was doing the gray area. I don't really use the argument anymore, but I'm going to dust it off for this episode. And it's called the common denominator argument. Whereas if you say such and such is better than, and the common denominator is that person, they are the standard. A lot of times in hip hop, especially in this heavy internet age, especially on Twitter, when you venture into certain conversations, rapper X is less than, greater than, more famous than, don't listen to him. The answer is Jay-Z. If he's the common denominator in all of these conversations, even if you feel someone is greater, because I hate the Nas fans right now, but Nas doesn't get treated that way as far as his denomination goes.
I see what you mean.
If the argument is always, if the comparison of the argument is always rapper named Jay-Z, then he's the standard.
Yeah.
That's not even me speaking as a fan, because I made this argument as a sports fan. Like at a certain point when we used to get into the GOAT debates, if you're constantly comparing to Jordan, if Jordan is the common denominator, then he's the GOAT. Period. If your standard is him and every measurement is him, he's the person. You know what I'm saying? Snoop Dogg doesn't get treated that way as a musical artist. And then I think about Lil Boosie, and he keeps Jay-Z's name in his mouth about who the kids would listen to and today and all this and that.
Sure does.
And contextually, on a surface level, he's not wrong. But we never think about the fact that if Jay decided that I wanted to do a bunch of podcast interviews and be the monthly voice on Vlad TV, Art of Dialogue, Drink Champs, the Rap Roundtable, whoever you decide, he would be culturally relevant to the youth, because the youth ingest podcasts and other social media forms. Because I bring up social media because when you do those podcasts, they get chopped up in the clips that circulate and create conversation on social media. Much like Snoop Dogg, if Jay-Z decided that he wanted to be pitchman #1 for every single brand you could think of, from fucking Corona to doing sports commentary at the Olympics.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Let me cook. If he decided to do that, this wouldn't be a conversation, because once you get back to Mace's argument about the statistical shit and the creative feats as a rapper, there's no conversation. I just feel like some guys have to do certain things to remain in certain conversations. No disrespect to Snoop, but you're talking about fame because he does all of this shit. Part of it is because he probably has to, because he can't live off his raps. He's not a billionaire off rapping. If he's getting to it, it's them commercials, nigga. He's selling personality. He's not selling music. So if you're saying he's more famous, obviously he's selling personality. Go ahead, Deanie.
So I think they're. I agree with the nigga in a sense, but I think they're that way because the way they are. I think Jay-Z maintains the famous nigga route because I am not accessible. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And I think conversely, Snoop maintains it because he is accessible. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So when I was saying, I just feel like if a nigga took a plane, if Jay hopped off a plane and like Delta Quadrant X in the galaxy, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like niggas would be like, oh, who's that nigga right there with the long hair? You get what I'm saying? I just feel like at least one alien would be like, for shizzle, my nigga. It just because the reach. You get what I'm saying?
But
because he does because he does all this shit you just said.
That's my point.
But that does add to the.
It does. I'm just saying, like, when we make these conversations, you gotta think about why that is. One guy's basically a rich recluse at this point. We don't see him unless he want to be seen. These other niggas gotta put their face out there to pay the bills. Maybe not pay the bills, but they gotta put their face out there.
To keep relevant and
right.
all that. Yeah, but doing all that is keeping them super relevant. I mean,
but
the
if
nigga was
Snoop
holding
dropped
the
a
torch.
single right now, does the internet stop? Does the world stop?
No.
Right.
No.
That's the thing. Like, where do we count the relevance, right? Because Snoop Dogg goes everywhere, so we see him. But how many products could Snoop stand next to and we be like, I agree with it? So it's like, you know what I mean? They're both of the level of fame where it's like I can't say that anybody is necessarily more famous. You know what I mean? But it's like Snoop is just known for just. And I don't mean this disrespectfully, because if I could endorse anything, I'd get a check too, Snoop. I swear to God I would.
Business is
you know
business.
What I mean? Business is business. You know what I mean? Shouts to Fat Joe. He on that same type of time. You know what I mean?
Yesterday's price.
So it's like, it's just a matter of, Snoop will show up anywhere, but when Jay-Z shows up somewhere, it means something.
Game changer. Yeah.
You know?
Let me know what y'all think,
Snoop
chat.
performed at the Super Bowl. Jay-Z, you know, what do they call it?
He put the shit together.
He put it together, you know what I mean?
But that's a whole different argument. There's influence in his fame.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Chat, we gonna do a poll. I already know what it's probably gonna look like, but we gonna put it up anyway.
It's an interesting question.
Vote. Let me know what you think.
Love to hear it.
I can't wait to read the chat and see what y'all saying. I see
Very
both sides of the argument. I just feel like sometimes we forget the impact and the influence of a Jay-Z. If he's the person that you're constantly comparing niggas to, that has to account for something as well. That's my argument.
That's a
Means-
good
definitely
argument.
means something.
Sticking with the ROC though, Dame Dash got an extension on the auction of his 33% of Rockefeller Inc., right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because news came out that he owes $8.7 million in back taxes to New York City. He also owes another $193,000 in child support funds. So I want to set the scene for you guys right now. I can't. Disclaimer off the rip, I'm not trying to beat up Dame. You know what I'm saying? But the reality is, you do all of this boss talk. And we're going back to what I said in the previous segment about your digital projection, right? What he projects on screen is that of a boss who can start a business, who can make money. And much like I said, it might have been a couple lives ago. He does this, but then when the news comes out, all this information gets brought to the light that he's not living his raps. Dame's poor and my poor are not the same. But on his level, Dame Dash is broke. And he's hoping shit would hit. All them videos about if you pay $10 million, you get the Rockefeller chain. He was trying to get 10 M's because he owed 8.7. He was trying to get in front of it again.
Well, and the almost 100,000 he owes the other guy. You get what I'm saying?
Shit,
so, like,
nigga.
The 10 mil is actually required.
Because he owed 8.7, right? Because he's trying to cover his debt. Because you had the 800,000 that caused this whole fucking auction.
The director, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, I just want to set that scene. It's like this guy, and y'all defend him because a lot of y'all don't like Jay-Z, so y'all defend Dame Dash. But this man is not living his raps. He's not capable of doing certain shit, and he's talked himself out of so many bags. So at what point, as men, because this is a show dominated by men, predominantly watched by men, do we hold this man accountable for his decisions? $8.7 million in back taxes. That means when the last time he paid a New York City tax?
Yo, I'm trying to wonder, bro.
8.7 M's.
But it's like that could be interest.
193 in child support.
Since Rockefeller
crazy.
So you're
ended,
not
bro.
paying nobody.
Yo.
Dini, what's up?
As a man that shook that man's hand several times and just had the respect, I still have the respect. But I just the whole Breakfast Club interview just keeps replaying in my head, bro. Like, you got a boss, you know what I'm saying? You can't get a nigga a job when you quit. It just all the shit he was just giving Envy. Just now playing back. I'm sure Envy's doing the Birdman hand rub right now.
You don't think Envy know?
got his own
you don't
problem,
think, but then again,
you
you don't think Envy know? Envy cool with
I don't
Clue.
think 10 I don't think
All
10
the
problem.
niggas behind the scenes know Dame situation.
It's like it's wow. You know what I'm saying? When you think of all the money, like at first we thought, everything, the 10 mil was just the asking price because it's worth 10 mil. It's Rockefeller for crying out loud.
guess.
Reasonable doubt is in that.
We speculated why that.
But I mean, 10 all he was gonna get extra is a chain, a greasy chain. That's all he's gonna get on.
Greasy chain.
chain
You
is
know I'm gonna speak about that
crazy.
greasy chain,
I mean, for
bro.
$10 million.
What's that?
Dame, I don't know what's going on in your life. Dame strikes me as like the eternal hustler, where like if he has a vision, he'll put money against
That's
it.
a fact.
Even if it
No,
falls.
Deanie, no. You cooking? Dame Dash is a bad gambler. That's what he is. Carry on, Deanie.
Yes, and he's done it on several occasions. But it fucks with me to see this shit, bro. Because I always felt like he was the
Rap
true
Round
boss
Table.
of bosses. You feel what I'm saying? I always feel like he was the glue to everything. Like like I said, you always need a person that's gonna put fire to asses, and I thought that was him. You get what I'm saying? I love what he did. Pause. I love what he did as a boss. I love the way he ran his
Yo,
company.
Sin out here. You just wild.
I know. Maybe it's this angle of the chair right here. You know, I gotta move back with Mace's at. But like, this shit is bad feng shui right
I
here.
said low hanging fruit, man. So you know what I mean. I think an L too, bro. Salute wildin' today, man. Sid, come back, bro.
Come back, Sid. We need you, bro. Your energy is greatly missed. But like, yeah, man, it's to think. Let's say it does sell for 10 mil. I'm sure that's not the only jams he's in. He don't get nothing out of this thing he's been holding on to for all this time.
That's crazy.
It just makes the shit with Jay-Z, not him holding on to it, not giving it to Jay, look even crazier. It's just
He get to break even though. That's a good thing. Your credit score go up, so you can probably take out more loans and try some shit.
nah.
Maybe.
They see all of that, bro. They say, hey, the fucking free world had to hold your money up to get their money. We're gonna give you money.
Government had to
America
stick
don't
them up
care
to get
as
they
long
bread,
as your
bro.
credit score is a good number, my
As long
nigga.
as the good money keeps coming
Government
in.
had to
You
stick
break
that man
even.
up.
If the good money don't keep coming in, they don't care. The money got to keep coming in. Right now, the money's not coming in because everything is going into the shit he owes everybody else. Like, there is no money coming in. He's at this point, he's really just
But
in
that's
deficit.
what I'm saying. Maybe he trying to break even so that once you pay your debts, how America set up, once you pay that debt, your score shoot up. I mean, nigga, it's immediate too, you know. You get that Credit Karma app, you pay that shit off. Tomorrow you get the alert. You're doing a great job, Deanie. Your credit score
Shit shoot up like
700.
I was looking at my
102%.
Credit Karma yesterday, man.
Shoot up like 200 points.
Your shit 700. Now he can go take out another loan.
Yeah.
And he got a history of
shit.
opening. He know how to do the thing to open
He's
the
a
small business
businessman.
loans.
Jarv
And
know
he
what he
back
talking
at it
about.
again. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
But
man.
I just feel like Dame doing wrong. Macito, talk to me, bro. Where you at with this Dame Dash situation?
Listen, man. Let me get my Stephen A. on real quick.
Oh shit, he on crack?
No. Hopefully not. Not him. You know what I mean? We can speak about another folks. Let me get my Stephen A. on real quick. You know what I mean?
Copy.
Dame Dash is a visionary. You know what I'm saying?
shit.
He's one of them people that, you know, we still need in the game today.
What's
you know what I
that?
mean? He's given us countless. He brought us Kanye. He brought us Paid in Full. You know what I mean? He's one of the most entertaining people in the history of hip hop.
Okay.
Fly Harlem shit. You know what I mean? You know how it go. But this man is the biggest snake oil salesman maybe in the history of hip hop, bro. Dame Dash is broke and owes the government almost $9 million.
That's crazy.
He owed the government when he went up to the Breakfast Club, Deanie. You don't get this bill out of nowhere. He owed the government when he was popping shit to fucking DJ Envy, bro. So that's my thing.
Maybe it was only like
Maybe it
2
was
mil at the
4.5
time.
at that
Maybe
time.
it was, you know what I mean?
That insurance kicking
3.2
his
type
ass.
vibes, you know what I mean? But
Damn.
it's just, I hate to kick a man while he's down.
Poor
but,
Murder
but
Mook. He was next to that nigga.
Murder
man.
Mook, listen,
Yeah.
man, they see Murder
Big
Mook
Harlem.
in that apartment on 911 or on IG Live. Don't think I forgot that. That's what I'm saying. You asked the Dave Dash, I might start looking at you niggas crazy, bro. You know what I mean? So I just, it's kind of crazy. The man went up, like, you can't fathom how hilarious it is that this man went up on IG and said, hey, I want 10 million for, 33% of an album that went platinum. You know, it took 10 years to go platinum. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, if I throw this, like you said, Didi, greasy Rockefeller chain.
Yo, y'all gotta stop saying greasy.
You know what I mean?
He was gonna clean the chain before he gave it to me.
Listen, man, Jay-Z's rock chain ain't greasy,
You might
okay?
have to hold on to the
Jay-Z
grease.
not 9 million in the hole. Matter of fact, when you do all the math, he close to 10 M's in the hole, bro.
Close to 10 M's, you know what I mean? Child support, you know what I mean? What's going on?
It is
Dan?
10. Hold on, 8.7.
Right?
Almost
193
Almost
for the
yeah.
child support.
Right.
And another
That's
800
9 right there.
That's almost 10.
That's 10 joints.
Yeah,
That's 10
yeah.
plus.
Come
That's
on.
10 point.
He
You know
can't
what
clean
I mean?
the shit.
It gotta have the neck grease. Bro.
Listen,
It's
man,
got
it
to.
got the neck grease. I seen Meek Mill rock chain on the
don't change-
Dream
you don't
Chasers
change the color on
timeline.
an
The
old
shit
school
wasn't
caddy.
greasy, bro.
That was a different.
So you
You know
got
what I mean?
That was a
neck grease
different material.
Nigga said the rock chain that I put on Kanye's neck. Listen, Kanye need to help this man out. Cameron need to help this man out.
You
Something
see the
has
price
to happen.
of Yeezys on the Adidas website right now?
$60.
Like 75% off, nigga.
You know they took
Everything
They
going
took
down.
Ye's money too, so I don't know if Ye can really help him out right now. You know what I mean?
bro.
Said billionaire, richest black man alive. I don't think so, brother. You know what I mean? So they did that. They did that to Kanye already. So maybe Kanye can't give the loan to Dame Dash right now.
Oh, bro, just forgive the nigga, man.
Listen,
Hov
is
has
not.
been brewing too
He's not
long,
about
bro.
the Wheezy Dame Dash's taxes. Okay.
How you pay Wayne bills but you can't let Dame live?
Because you're not looking at
Because
you know,
Like
like
Jazzo get a rock chain,
Wayne
you can't
kissed
let
the
Dame
ring.
live.
funny?
Wayne kissed the ring.
You of all
He didn't
niggas,
say
I
I
don't
used
get
to
how you
smash
talk like
Aaliyah
that.
back
And you
in
know
the
what
day.
the fuck I'm talking about.
Okay.
You of all
it's
niggas,
not about me right now.
bullshit. If a nigga was on pods every day dogging you,
You right.
Come on.
night after
I
night,
took a podcast out for that
bro,
shit.
you stay,
You know
nigga,
what I mean?
one joint. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man.
One flame and it was
I
over.
wish we was.
But if we was
I wish we was in
niggas
censor mode
and we
right now.
made money, I might, you know.
But maybe the fact you was niggas makes the shit hurt more.
You right.
You're not thinking, like I said, you supposed to use the
This
human
man,
element.
But he keep treating this nigga like Fredo, bro.
Jarv,
It's a
this
human
man said
element.
Beyonce liked me first
Not to
Come
mention
on.
the Aaliyah thing, like
Come
the
on.
RIP. You know, it's a lot of shit
and
going
owes
on, bro.
child support,
It's
bro.
a lot of in the heart shit. You feel me?
I don't think
like-
Beyonce like niggas that owe child
I'm
support,
not gonna
man.
hold you. I forgot about the Beyonce shit.
Like, come on, bro. Like, it's been the energy between them for the last decade or so.
Come
It's
on.
been
they ain't that type of
disgusting.
nigga that try to embarrass niggas in public too. So
Come on.
he probably been waiting on this shit. The
You
whole
mentioned it
time.
last pod. No, nothing in the museum. In the book of Hov, not one image of Dame.
Damn.
Come on, my nigga. This real. It might be real hatred there.
You might. You really mean?
Come on,
All right.
man.
Well deserved.
Chat, we know y'all don't like Jay-Z, but y'all gotta, if a nigga 10 M's in the hole, bro, at a certain point, you gotta stop blaming Jay-Z. That's all I'm gonna say. That's not Sean
Not
Carter's
Jay-Z's fault.
Go pawn that greasy chain if you need the money, bro.
10 M's.
You're not getting more than 50 bands for that
Exactly.
And
That's
today-
what I'm saying.
chain. You could probably pay off the child support bill.
Maybe
For
half,
50 bands,
half.
that's a quarter.
Get a payment plan.
It's
You heard?
quiet, bro.
You know what I mean? You know your credit fucked up, you get the payment plan options, you drop
But the
We'll
interest,
start dropping that shit for
Yo,
you,
the
man.
interest be like 30%, bro.
Then you get the installment plan. You know what I mean?
Man, listen, I know you ain't got it, nigga, but I need something, man.
All right.
They gonna put 50 racks down on
We killing
193K.
Dame
Next
right
day,
now. That was not what
shit
this
gonna
segment
be-
was supposed to be about.
Then you called that greasy chain.
Yo, like, come
That was
on, man.
you.
Two of them. You can give up both of them shits. But it's like Jay-Z's giving them shits out just for being
he's
Rock
not
Nation.
giving up both chains.
Like, $10 million, nigga.
All right. Yo, let's move on. Let's move on to another sad situation. Big Sean dropped his album,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? But before the album released, he had arguably the most difficult rollout in maybe social media rap history. Because every rollout is happening on the socials now. It ain't no more posters and on the ground street teams.
Facts.
But as far as like the social media era goes, every time he tried to get some motion, here come Kendrick, here come Drake, here come Metro, whether it's music or just a headline or the burner account or a plot twist and all that other shit. Honestly, bro, I'm the biggest Big Sean fan at this table. Is not even close. I'm sick of this nigga now. I ain't gonna lie. Because I feel like a lot of his situation is self-inflicted. Because you know what the drawback to the social media era is?
What's that?
When you're not sanctioned on social media, you know what you end up having? A perception war. And you constantly fighting that perception war. Because you fighting what niggas think of you, even if it's not facts, because of how niggas are positioned, how you position yourself and how niggas position you on the socials.
That's a good
right?
point.
He could have evaded this shit 10 years ago, to your point, Mace, when Control dropped and he let Kenny do whatever and they had the most passive-aggressive rap beef in history. They should have just squabbled it out. And I always say sometimes it's victory and defeat. If you just stand up for yourself and you rap or whatever, you fight, whatever, sometimes you get respect for just standing on your square, whether it ends poorly. This nigga didn't stand on his square. He ain't throw no bars. He did passive-aggressive interviews, passive-aggressive subs, got called a little bitch 30 times on one of Kenny's biggest singles.
Classic single.
Allowed niggas to think even if he's not, he's fighting the perception of other niggas is in his way. Other niggas are more popping than him. Remember there was a time when there was a real conversation about a big four.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was in that with Cole. He was in front of Cole, in fact.
I think so. At
Yeah,
one
for a
point,
little while.
remember
I
that.
was jumping out the window saying he could get in that conversation with Drake. I was wilding. But I was saying that because at a point in time, he was putting out the records and he was doing the stats to support it. That Kenny shit happened. The Q rating decreases. Now niggas is using him as a joke on the socials to the point that he's damn near crying on IG Live before the album drops because he's burnt the fuck out because he can't catch a break.
Yeah.
Even the fucking Tiny Desk shit that's become the rollout cheat code couldn't even live. I think it's self-inflicted, Mace. What do you think?
Self-inflicted, I guess so, Jarv. You know, I feel bad for him, man. I'm not gonna lie for you, Jarv. I feel bad for him.
I'm tired of feeling bad. How much times I have to defend this nigga?
You know what I mean?
Against y'all.
That's the thing. I've been on the opposite side, so I've been slandering him for all these years, and I'm starting to feel bad for it, dude. Like, listen, you mentioned it, Jarv. Like, the rollout has just been a complete and total disaster. From the beginning of the rollout, I think that's right when Like That dropped, right? When he first started
Didn't
talking
the Tiny
about
Desk and Like That drop the same week?
around the same week, bro. Like, so it's like, is it self-inflicted? I guess so. You know what I mean? Jarv, you mentioned the big three. Sean was a name before Kendrick, bro. You know what I mean? It was like Drake stole Sean's flow. You know what I'm saying?
This is a fact.
So it's like, bro, I don't want to act like, you know, Sean is at the poverty line, you know what I mean, begging for people to listen. Like, Sean is good.
he going home to Janae
He's doing his
every
thing.
night.
He's doing,
He's doing okay.
He ain't even have to put a ring on it. Salute to you, brother. You know what I mean? Like, you getting that for the low, bro.
We working through some problems.
Got Janae for the low, bro. You feel me?
Some problems.
I respect him. I feel like Sean is still rapping at a high level, but it's just like sometimes this type of shit just happens. It's just like Sean has made, I guess you could say it's self-inflicted because he's made a lot of, you know, questionable moves, bad moves. Things just happen to Sean. Why did Kanye come out and say his biggest regret was Big Sean, bro?
That's crazy.
Why did he say that when consequences?
Because Sean
on the
not to
label?
defend himself.
Exactly. Sean gonna let it roll over his shoulder, say boy, and just, you know what I mean? Just be like, I'm good. It don't matter. You know what I mean?
Kanye.
He should
All
have.
drink champs.
He should have. Now I know I'm the person who you know is known as, you know, the Drake fan, you know, and I probably bring up Drake. I probably do bring up Drake whenever I possibly can. You know what I mean?
At the embassy.
Hey man, fuck it, we ball. You know what I mean? But
Mace.
the thing is, the one thing that people don't acknowledge in extending Drake's longevity, his prime, the run that he had, is that Meek Mill was such a perfect opponent. You know what I mean? It wasn't an A tier. It wasn't a Kendrick. It wasn't a Nas. You know what I mean? It wasn't a Jay-Z. It was a good enough opponent, and it was enough domination that he kind of got that credit. You know what I mean? Like, oh, he's not soft. Oh, he got that in him. You know what I mean? He could do that. Meanwhile, he was going up against an opponent with terrible strategy, an opponent that, you know,
he was fighting a tomato can.
Right, he was fighting a tomato can. He was going up against a guy who, instead of rapping, you know, I know you got ghost written bars, he tweeted it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Meek Mill, if you'd have just said that Drake got ghost writers in a rap, you'd have won the battle, bro.
Nigga said Drake was Rocky in Rocky 3 fighting tomato cans.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But it worked out enough for Drake that even when, you know, he loses to a Pusha T, even when he loses to a Kendrick, we can say, yo, y'all remember that Meek Mill shit? Sean never got that. He never got his mid-level battle. He should have beat up on Wale or something. You know what I'm saying? Just for the hell of it in like 2014, 2015. You feel me? And then even
J. Cole did that. J. Cole jumped
out of here.
Jermaine did that. You know what I mean? No Grippy. You feel me? But
yo,
if Sean had that type of issue, if Sean had that type of issue in the middle of his career, then now we could, you know, when he looked, you know, he pull up lame next to Kendrick, or Kanye says something, we could
who
go
he was
back.
Gonna pick on if Cole already picked on Wale? Who was out there?
I don't know, Kid Cudi or something. I don't fucking know, man.
Cudi would have been a good option.
Asher Roth.
Nah, it should have been Consequences. He was right there.
Cons, you know what I mean? He should have did that for Button.
Because nobody was respecting Consequence shit.
Listen, man, to this day.
It is what it is.
To this day, you know what I mean? So I think, you know,
he
it just went
fought
bad
Kenny, bro. That's how I feel.
He should have fought Kenny before Drake. But, you know, all respect due to Sean, you know, things just haven't worked out the way they were supposed to. Damn. You know what I mean? In the other timeline that Jarv was talking about on Monday.
You know, any bail? Any bail
Not
for
really
Sean?
bad. I just like You ever have a situation and you kind of wish you handled the situation a little differently?
Every day.
That's Sean's life every day. But it's
Yikes.
but in terms of hip hop, it's just been so many little steps he had that he could have actually just like carved the name. I don't mean carved the name as far as just finally famous and being a kind of a pop rapper under Kanye West. I mean like
he was one of the
carved
first niggas, them Rock Nation niggas running around rocking full of chains that Dame Dash.
shining, them
Yeah, I
little big
remember
ass
that.
Jesus pieces and all
Yeah.
that. But I'm like, a nigga diss you on your own song, on your album, and you put it out. You get what I'm saying? No. If anything, you were supposed to clap back and then put it out. But you know this? It's always that the bigger man syndrome, bro. Like if I play the bigger man, maybe people will see it my way. That shit don't always work like that. Sometimes people just assume that big man just being buns, which has been the case for Sean for quite some time. There's been numerous occasions he was even the shit with Charlemagne, where he was reading showing Charlemagne the text and all that. Even
See,
then,
look what he said in my
uncomfortable.
text.
Y'all back to this. He
It's
said
uncomfortable.
Kenny apologized.
No, he didn't.
Bro.
No, he did. He said in a sense. He's apologized in a sense. I don't know what the fuck that means.
In a sense.
In a sense,
He
like
said,
a few,
"My
2
bad."
cents, 3 cents. How many cents?
See why we keep doing
Sense
this
of
to Sean?
smell, sense of taste. What sense? You apologized, you didn't. You
He
get what
said,
I'm saying?
I'm sorry if you felt offended.
That's what you say to your girl. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm
You know what
sorry
saying?
if you think
I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. Like, get out of here.
I'm sorry if your feelings feel hurt
Come
for what I
on,
did.
bro. Like he's literally been
That's
dog
crazy.
walked. And I get it, my nigga. Like he's like I always call him the crystals. You know the niggas with the crystals, the positive, peaceful niggas, the dashikis. Salute top. I respect it.
Kyrie now?
I respect
He got
it.
Sadie?
I mean, even Kyrie went for smoke with the against the gang of all gangs.
He chose the wrong gang.
You see what I'm saying?
But yeah, you're right.
Sean,
He
Sean
did.
it just seems like
And it's
every
not the
time,
lame gang.
every
Nah.
time there's a chance, you're supposed to just go for the gusto. He just always fall back. At this point, you got to invite somebody to the Frank stand.
So you gotta fight somebody, that's what you saying?
Invite them to the Frank stand. Yo, you
It gotta be
suck
Kenny.
my dick. You
It's
gotta
Kenny.
talk.
It's Kenny.
You gotta violate it.
It gotta be
at
Kenny.
this point. Because it's just everything is just so peaceful, and I think there's beauty in the
say you
peace.
gotta say something
But then
about
be
that, man.
peaceful,
What
my
the
nigga. Like
fuck?
stop being peaceful, coming
got-
outside, getting popped in the
He
mouth,
said he
and
gotta
going
just
back
he
in.
gotta do the shit. I fuck everybody up on his block.
Yo,
You know what I mean?
I
gotta
piped
say
your
that.
girl.
Beat
Whatever.
everybody ass in
Start
this
the
room.
smoke, bro. Start the smoke. Maybe I think the
He
opposite
can't do that now.
The opposite is working with
Because
him.
if he loses, then he look even
The
crazier.
opposite is working with him. You see a peaceful nigga supposed to get a good night's sleep. That nigga can't sleep, bro, and he can't sleep well. He
look
needs
tired.
smoke.
He look
He
tired.
needs smoke.
He do have a baby at the crib though. You
need-
know, you don't sleep with
So
a baby at the
so
crib.
do a lot of niggas. I don't see y'all niggas looking this type of
Hey,
time.
relax. I'm
You know
not a
what I'm
rapper.
saying? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
You got a point.
You gotta jump out the
You
window.
got a point.
At this point, you know more for like Kendrick said, you know more for like who you date than your raps. You get what I'm saying? You gotta jump out the
Ariana
window.
Grande vibe?
I mean, the Spanish joint,
His rose galleries.
Janae Aiko, come on.
That's why niggas really can't talk to Sean. If he really decided to,
and
you
the
know,
nigga's nice.
he did everything. He did everything they did. His kill count is a little more legendary. He can,
Yeah.
as a rapper, he has all of the things you could say in a rap. You know what I
Wait a
mean?
minute.
At least make it
And
interesting.
he's a
Wait a minute,
successful
y'all.
rapper, bro. He's so
Are you saying that there needs to be like a successful balance struck between Drake talking about too many bitches he fucked and Big Sean not talking about
It's like, you know
enough?
what it is? It's
Is there a balance that needs to be struck?
Drake is fighting the perception war on the opposite side. Niggas,
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. They the opposite ends. You know what I'm saying?
This is a vegan
It's in the
nigga
middle.
who ate too many vegetables and he need a steak. That's what that is. That's all it is. He just is
I heard
he's
when
too healthy.
vegans eat steak,
He's
they
too
get
healthy.
sick.
He's too peaceful. That's
Right?
all it is.
He needs some. He needs to go.
Prime rib.
He need to go into a time machine, go to Utica Ave around 3 in the morning, find you Mackenzie's. I still
Dig?
miss that jerk spot to this day. He need to come back to the trenches.
He-
Drop Sean in the 90s.
You know what I'm saying?
For a
He's
from
summer.
Detroit,
You know what
I
I'm
see the
saying?
Dilla
What
hats.
part of Detroit?
That's another question too.
Hey.
Because the Detroit niggas that we also listen to look a lot, grungier,
Yeah, I
a
ain't
little
gonna lie.
rougher.
I ain't gonna lie. Shout
More
to
like
my boy
Boldy.
very
D.
clean.
More like Boldy.
You know?
You know what I'm saying?
You know,
Sean with the Howard.
he from 9 Mile, not 8 Mile.
I'm just saying that nigga had a trajectory.
Good school.
He needs a little,
His real name's Clarence.
yeah.
Papa docking him? Really?
The man is doing rap interviews, basically quoting his therapist. Like, this is not good.
That's
Crazy.
crazy. That
Nothing
man
wrong
looks
with therapy,
sad.
but we
I ain't
just
gonna
saying
lie.
in a bigger scope of what you fighting uphill against, it's a tough spot to be in.
Listen.
But anyway, we got to get to the young rap segment.
Yes, sir.
He's circling back to the boy Aubrey.
We are.
Hey,
sir.
Don't talk to me.
Jarv, you know, I just like I said earlier, I pretend like I hate to get chatty, but I appreciate
Chatty.
it. It's the chatty boys.
The chat love
here,
the chatty
man.
boys.
You know what I mean? The chatty boys is here. So Wild Sin, I know you don't want to talk about this shit, but while the chatty boys is here,
Sin not here. It's like when your parent not here, so we
right,
can do what we want to do.
We
We
wilding
free.
out. You know what I mean?
We free.
You feel me?
Shout out to Sid.
Go on TGIF. The parents are gone.
Word.
You know? But we gonna start off with a little bit of Ricky Rose. You know what I mean? Rick Ross, he went up to Shannon Sharp. And you know Club Shay Shay is the place where
That is
you know,
the chattiest platform of them all.
that's his chatty, you know what I mean? They don't get chatty. They
home of
spill
truth.
tea, guys. You know
does
what I mean?
Tyrese
They-
have an album coming out, or is he just doing podcasts?
He loves to cry.
I don't know. Tyrese might need medication, bro. I don't even know what's going. I don't know whether to take
he's
that
letting it
serious
out,
or
man.
not,
It's a
bro.
great interview, though.
He's letting it out.
It is.
Pause.
It is. And Breakfast Club haven't had a great interview in a minute. You know
bro.
what I mean?
you know, sometimes when you find that right vagina, to have you on podcast looking crazy.
So I heard.
All it takes is one to fuck you up.
What
Carry
more
on,
do
man.
you
That's
want
what they
from
say.
me?
You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? Hashtag hey girl. You know what I mean? But Ricky Rose went up to Club Shay Shay. You know what I mean? He asked him, you know, all type of questions. But you know what we don't wanted to know.
Wait, this nigga
What's
went on
going
Club
on?
Shay Shay with no music coming out?
Yeah, man.
Nah, I'm sorry, I keep cutting you off.
listen,
Yeah,
Tears
maybe-
were coming out, man.
Hopefully he didn't play Not Like Us when the interview was over. You know what I'm saying? But Ross went up to Club Shay Shay. And Shannon Sharp, you know, he asked the tough questions. He asked him, what was going on with this Drake shit? What was the 20v1? Why did you get into this shit? So, you know, the biggest word hustler that ever was Rick Ross. He basically said, listen, it was no conspiracy. You know what I mean? I heard my name get mentioned, so I decided to get into the
That's
middle
not
of
even
the battle.
true.
That's not what happened, by the way. You jumped on the diss album, Ross. You know what I mean? The whole diss album, which, okay, you want to say it's the sub diss album, but do we remember the day after the album dropped, Rick Ross was on his entire IG story listening
crazy.
to not the song he had on the album, but Like That. Replaying Kenny's Like That verse over and over. You know what I mean? Nodding with a
That's why he got
cigar.
punched in
everyday
Vancouver.
hustle.
Shit
You know
like
what I mean?
this.
Quick
that's
uppercut.
Why, that's why them Vancouver boys did the
Canadian
way they
cut.
did. You know what I mean?
Bow.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But, you know what I mean? You know, I just thought it was strange. You know what I
Yo,
mean? That
can
Ross
we-
went up there and
Can we
lied.
not? Blokes, hey, like, what we doing
Blokes
here?
and-
I was about to add to it,
Yo,
right?
man, we about to be some local podcasts. We gotta chill, dude. We gotta chill, man. But I just thought that was interesting that Rose went up there. He said that, you know, that's the only
rap
reason he got
round
into
table.
it. We know you lying, Rose. You know what I mean? But he also mentioned the fact that he got into it because he knew there was something to be gained by it, right? That he knew that this was a situation that was gonna have notoriety. So if anybody's wondering why he didn't reply to the game, Freeway's Revenge, a great track, but we know, game is the same thing. Like some clout involved.
Why do we care
I'm
about
here.
What they all
I'm
doing
here.
over there? You know what I mean?
It's cloudy outside.
Cloud on his way off the stage in LA? But carry
Shit.
on.
Now,
Nice.
in Rick Ross news, that's not the only news Rick Ross got. You know, New York rapper, you know, I know a lot of people don't like those, but New York rapper, we have a little bias here, Fabio
Stay tuned for the
Foreign.
launch.
Fabio Foreign, he dissed Ross in the new song. He said, when I go overseas, I don't know the specific line, but he basically said, when I go overseas, they're not going to do me like they did Ross. Now, Now, Jarv and me were speaking about this
Bars.
earlier. He made a great point that Fabio has already said, hey, this isn't a diss. I don't know how, if I was Rick Ross, I don't know how, you know.
It's 5e, so I believe it.
You know, Favi, you know, it's been alleged that Favi can't read or write, so I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, maybe, you know what I'm saying? It's been alleged.
Oh, shit.
Alleged,
Signing
dude.
them
I
bad
didn't say
contracts,
it.
I guess.
Alleged by other people. I just report the news.
Damn it, man.
But, you know what I mean?
Amazing.
So,
Wow.
Fabio has already come out and said that he ain't got nothing to do with it. But if I'm Rick Ross, I don't know how I don't take this as a diss. You know what I mean?
Was it an overseas crowd that didn't pop out for Ross that I'm not familiar
It was
with?
the overseas is the one who was punching on Ross. You know what I mean? Like, you know?
It is a diss.
But
I mean, technically, he didn't go overseas.
Hey,
but,
you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Over some water, you know what I mean?
You can take it negatively, but it's. I mean,
Fabio's
it's a
not a
factual
scholar,
thing.
you know
it's
what
not.
I mean?
I
He's
think
not
he
a
just meant
scholar.
it like they literally not gonna do me like that. I
No.
think that's what he meant. I don't
I'm
think
just
he.
saying.
I'm fucked up.
I'm
I
just
don't
saying.
think Fabi doing that.
Now, also,
I don't.
Now, real quick,
what's the word?
I just want to jump in right quick because on 104, I was listening to some drill music
Right.
from England, and I said that the drillers in England starting to sound like they taking some of the New York drill aesthetic, and I got jumped in the comment section for saying that, but them niggas sound like Fabio Foreign, down to the ad-libs.
And even the Bronx.
So, how am I wrong when if I go back 10 years, them niggas wasn't doing what Favi was doing?
Nah.
If the new drillers is listening to Favi and they decide to get motivated by Favi, how am I wrong for saying that New Yorkers are inspiring the originators of the drill shit?
You're not.
Why New York can't have nothing? Go ahead, man.
Jarv, you completely right. I remember Dizzy Rascal. He didn't sound like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I know my rap, nigga. Like, I'm just saying. So, you know, Jarv, I
Whole
think you had a
cadence
point.
changed. They wasn't rapping like that.
I remember. I think you got a point. You
All right,
know
go
what I'm
ahead, go ahead.
saying?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But also, we have, you know, Fabio speaking out about Rick Ross. Now, there's been a clip circulating recently. I don't know if y'all noticed, this isn't a hip hop artist, but you know, it's of the culture. Hashtag culture. You know, Popcorn. Did y'all see the viral
Poppy.
clip of someone daring to attempt to play a Kendrick Lamar song in front of him? You know what I mean? It was on the radio. He said, turn that song. They said, it's the radio. He said, to turn that station. You know what I mean? He
that
wasn't with the shit, right?
That's fucking stupid. He's
Li-
affiliated with OVO.
Listen, he's affiliated with
That's his
OVO.
veteran.
He is. I agree. Even though it seems like that don't really matter to folks these days, they be like, fuck
Little
Drake, you
control.
know what I mean?
You might have to
Like,
perform
listen,
control on one of
you know
these
what I
days.
mean? I know LeBron got an OVO chain somewhere, bro. You know what I mean?
Eagled out.
Listen,
Owled out.
I know we do. So I just mentioned that to say that it seems like folks is getting a little bit more comfortable back in Drake, right? It seems like people are the
If
era
Popcorn is the reference, he's not even in it.
It's not forget about
Compared to maybe a month ago,
compared
I
to
guess.
a month ago.
Okay,
That's what
okay.
I'm saying. On the scale, I get it, but on
Slow-
the scale,
slow.
you know what I mean? It
So you
seems
saying
like
he got to go to Jamaica to get love?
you know, just like yeah, bro. That's you know, he gotta
That's funny.
he gotta pay it to Jamaica to get low.
Man.
Don't
Try
forget
that shit on the
part,
fucking
yo.
train.
Ran
Like,
to
what are you talking
Jamaica.
about?
You gotta pay. So I think it's very interesting. You know what I mean? That actually went into what we were speaking about earlier. You know what I mean? As far as, you know, it seems like people are more comfortable with Drake. You know what I mean? He released some sort of viral post. You know, they say it's dissing Joe Budden. You know what I mean? But everybody's laughing in the comments. You know what I mean? Go to the comments. A lot of rappers
He
are
was
laughing
flaming Joe in the comments.
He was. There was a lot of rappers in the comments with 7 laughing emojis. I don't know if the next Joe Budden podcast might get spicy because of that. But I just, you know what I mean? I just say that to say. But I'm bringing that to this point, guys. We have the plot twist situation. You know what I mean? We have the we will win game two situation. Does this have anything to do? Is this why rappers are coming out and saying, or not saying, but clearly being more comfortable with Drake? Because we gotta admit, when Not Like Us came out, there wasn't nobody with and Drake on their shit. There wasn't no Drake stories. There wasn't no niggas in the
quiet.
Business got to continue. We can't stop at Not Like Us. The game ain't done.
Agreed.
So, there you go being a fan again. You hoping some shit come out.
Man, listen. You know that's a fact.
know you want
But
the
I'm just
smoke.
saying, what is the plot twist? What is going on? You know what I mean? And are we seeing something in the game? I'm just asking y'all opinion.
Don't say it, Poppy.
Something in the game. Are we seeing a shift right now?
I'm thinking it's music. I don't think. You think he's spinning the block for another battle?
Yes.
Absolutely.
We will win game 2 is him bending the block.
We gonna see what it do. 'cause it's
Honestly,
not
Joe
looking good.
Budden easy target though. Everybody gonna laugh at
Yeah.
Joe.
Everybody gonna laugh at Joe.
A lot of
right?
people got laughs for Joe.
Joe's gonna laugh at Joe.
There was no reshares when No Face dropped. Which rapper was resharing that in their stories or on their Twitters and
Got a
whatever.
point.
Yeah.
Got a point.
So let's relax, OVO.
All right, we gonna try. But we are hashtag noticing.
Oh yeah.
On notice.
Oh yeah. Let's move on, please.
What's the word?
We got my favorite segment. Y'all already know.
Oh man.
The mailbag.
Let's get it, man.
So, Mesito and I, we did a little video discussing No Face, as previously mentioned. You know, certain people were upset with me, so I'm gonna read a couple of those comments right now. We have K Reed 2349 says, "Why is Jarv such an idiot?
Damn.
Straightforward."
Disrespect.
SJD
Interesting
283
question.
says, "Don't like the guy to the left." Laughing emoji. I'm out. I was the
You're
guy
the
to the left.
I'm
So,
out.
as I said earlier, Frank saying is open. If you mad, If you mad that I'm talking about Drake in a way that you don't approve of as a Drake fan, then I've done my job. I pushed your button. You know what I mean? Enough for you to cry in my comment section about it. I don't care. When Drake does something worth speaking nicely about, I will change my tune. As the facts change, so my opinion. As of right now, I don't agree with what he's doing. I'm sorry. There was another comment from that video, Mesito. Joshua Washington. He says, me again, is Buddy on the left so slow that he can't grasp the concept that music is subjective? Drake is one of the biggest artists in the world. What would he look like taking advice from a detractor? And you know Buddy's a detractor because he complained about the name dropping like Drake hasn't already done that. Didn't matter for none of his haters before. Why should it matter now? How about this? Instead of pretending it's the music you got a problem with, stop wasting everyone's time and say you don't like Drake. Since you're all about being straightforward, apparently. So,
Jarv the detractor.
Yo, Josh, you know, it's always funny when niggas, they tune into the, he's upset. You tune into the pod and you really don't know what we do. In this situation right here, the only time I'm gonna be biased against Drake is when Pusha T's involved. Anybody else, I don't care. For the record, I picked Drake to beat Kenny. Niggas always forget that shit when they cursing me out. I only flipped after Kenny fried him.
Yeah.
I picked Drake ahead of time because I thought Drake was gonna take Kenny seriously and get him out of there. He didn't. He got embarrassed. So Joshua, just be a Drake fan. Like niggas be, I don't understand. Like why we can't like criticize a nigga without disliking him.
Like Sin said, it's politics, bro. This shit is like fucking, like really like Trump Harris type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really the way it is. If you're a fan of one, you can't be a fan of another. That's how they broke this shit down.
Mesito, this one's for you. 2HQ says, I fuck with y'all, but word on Drake's career not being over is cap. Stop with the being too big to fail shit. He's trying to force the public to not forget him. You say what to that?
I understand what you're saying musically, right? I get that, but what we were speaking about specifically is that there's too many numbers tied into this shit. Like he's literally is too big to fail, bro. Unless somebody of Jimmy Iovine or fucking Lucian Grange's power or you says, hey, this guy's gonna fail. It's just it's an algorithm game. It's a stream game. It's a hey, everybody's listening to this. I gotta listen to this too. The game is rigged. So we're not trying to say that Drake is going to put out classic music forever. He's good. We literally trying to break down the game to you. You know what I mean? So yeah, even the songs we said didn't do well charted number 28 and number 43 in 100 something. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, it kind of is like that, bro.
It is what it is. Facts. Dini, this one's gonna be for you. 10,707,000,000 says, I'm giving this a thumbs down. Here's why. Y'all ran with the loser's narrative and made it a headline. This only happens for Dog Brothel Drizzy. Crazy name. Whoa. Y'all really about to discuss this as if it's real. He dropped 15 flops after the Kendrick battle. Round 2, so niggas forget how to add all of a sudden. Mass hypnosis is controlling you cats. Thumbs all the way down.
Didn't we talk about this on the fucking, it was a live.
This is his response to the
It's the
live.
response, yeah.
How is that the takeaway on the live? I think 2 people said there is no round 2. I think everybody agreed except for wasn't, but did you?
Nah, it's round 2.
I said he called the whole time out. He got his ass beat.
Let's get it.
Well, I don't think there's a game 2 when the series is already done. You get what I'm saying? If you want a round 2, I just felt that was more apropos. I feel like, is the loss not already set in? Is it not? Is the game?
If you're gonna pay attention,
finished?
if they both drop diss tracks tomorrow and you're gonna listen to both, then yes, there's a round 2. Nigga.
Yeah. My thing is, these comments it's always funny to me when niggas gotta announce that they're disliking the video. Like look.
We see the stats.
It's feminine, bro.
Like, bro, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing is, I always say at the top of most episodes, we don't expect everybody to agree with us. We're gonna disagree on some shit. That's okay.
Different opinions.
But then for you to write this paragraph after watching the show and hearing us break it down and basically say he got swept, the mass majority of people felt like if he didn't get something, he lost in 5 games. Why would you write this? You know what I mean?
Take your time.
But
out your day.
87-13. I say it over and over again, bro.
Well, you did a poll. You're right.
That's crazy.
Mesito, I got another
What's
one.
the word?
Wenge315 says, seems like you're choosing sides, not being honest, because all the tracks are cool. Hard to give a sub.
You know, hard to give a sub. I guess so. You know what I mean? Like we balance fandom and objectivity here, right? I feel like we always go into the fact that, hey, this is what the general public feels. This is what I feel. You know what I mean? I'm a Drake fan. Yeah, I wanted Drake to win. I hope if they go, you know, another battle that Drake goes, you know, 9-6 Tupac on them. I don't fucking know. But we not blind either. You know what I mean? So we know what's going on. You know, I feel like we completely are factual about that.
I need people to stop lying about wanting objectivity. You want people to choose a side. And the minute we don't choose a side, you're saying that, oh, you're choosing the other side.
Especially if it's the side you
Like,
want.
bro, anyway.
It's gotta be the side they want.
Or you're an idiot. You know what I'm saying?
Stephen Lacey, 2995 says, serious question. If Drake calls out Kendrick and loses again, will Universal Music Group step in and try to rein in Drake, or will they try to cut ties with Drake? Mesito, what do you say?
Nah, they're not gonna cut ties with Drake because Drake has a complete audience that can care less. Not complete audience, but there's a section of Drake fans that can care less about a rap battle. If Drake can still push out the pop jams, the songs on the radio, can make tour money, they can give a fuck about a rap battle. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, absolutely not. He's fine.
Dini, this one's for you. Lloyd 876 says, can't have it both ways. Y'all praise the Locks for staying together, but fried 3 Stacks for staying in Outkast. T.I. and Future have both put him as their Southern GOAT.
We didn't fry him solely. It's not that
we didn't fry him at all.
In the group, like, we fried him because, like, he has no solo music and he's held so high above the person he's in the group with. You know what I'm saying? He was number 1, and I think Big Boy was number 8.
Yep.
When he has no music without Big Boy, so it's like no rap music at least. So it's like how do you differentiate that? It's not the same, bro. It really isn't.
Fair play. I can't say it any better than that. But as always with the mailbag, I always try to, going forward, leave on a positive note after we get all of the hate mail.
Let's get it.
We have Aaron Brown 944 says,
that's a homie.
Yes, sir. After a long ass day of doing yard work, LOL, backyard fence broke done due to age. Had to knock it all down and set this shit up for a new next week. I needed this while I lay down and recover. First of all, pause, good brother. I don't want to know what you're doing while you watching the show. But at the same time, thank you for tuning into the Rap Round Table. Thank you for locking in with us week in and week out when we drop the new releases. You know what I'm saying? But keep that last bit to yourself next time.
And let us know where you from next time.
That's a fact.
What state you repping?
If you haven't by now, hit that like button. Roundtablemerch.com. Get you one of these t-shirts, hoodies coming soon. The cloth
Certified.
coming soon. But we are not uptown.
Oh shit.
We not somewhere in New York City. We are in the floss.
Oh.
We are in Brooklyn. We got some vagrants, specifically one vagrant from New Orleans, who's kind of upset me. And because Sin is not here, I've taken over the soil, the seeds, the water. And I need this vagrant too.
Get off my lawn.
Get out of here.
Juvenile.
Juvie?
Hip-hop legend.
Yeah.
One of my favorite Southern artists. I hate it had to be you. But you went on a platform in the art of dialogue who has built recognition on sideways slander in New York City. If you read between the lines, a lot of their best videos is niggas talking bad about New York legends. Even if the diddler himself is not something to be celebrated, before the shit hit the fan, niggas in New York always knew about Diddy. Let's be clear.
Facts.
Right?
Right.
But everything about the art of dialogue is New York slander, New York goat slander. This guy, Juvenile, goes on the platform and he's trying to put up 400 degrees against any elite Hove or Nas album. And I know the cool thing right now on the internet is to bash New York hip hop. Because for some reason they got this need now, as Atlanta and the South as a whole is kind of losing its grip on the culture. They trying to pull us down too. Meanwhile, we over here drilling. All the young niggas is drilling. We minding our fucking business. The old niggas is making their independent money. The young niggas is drilling. It's only the podcasters who entertain this shit. You know what I mean?
Shout out to us.
But for him to say he will put 400 Degrees up against any Nas and Jay-Z album. And then the nigga, it wasn't even art. It was some other young nigga who was a fucking another cosplayer in the culture. I hate young niggas who get into this rap shit and they get on a platform and they get to talking and they don't even know the nominal shit. I'm not asking you to know shit from 95, but know the important shit, right? Mm-hmm. He asked Juvenile a question about 400 Degrees and he said people felt the way about him saying it. Oh, you know, New York niggas. Like, specifically New York niggas. Like, yo.
Wow.
Our reputation
right?
precedes us.
Juvenile goes and agrees with it. So I immediately got mad because I remember back 98, 99. When the Hot Boys first came out and Juvenile first came out, New York embraced that shit. We didn't fight against it. Maybe the old niggas did, but the young niggas embraced Cash Money.
I agree.
When Hov jumped on that remix, the whole world went, hey.
How you saying New York niggas when the biggest New York nigga at the time did your remix and that record went crazy?
Facts.
That.
I don't understand why.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, is it that we lack of a real voice? Do we have a Boozy in New York who could just do interviews, or a Big Gip who could just come out and remind niggas what it is? Because they just be taking free shots at us. But then he talked about record sales.
Right.
And he said he could put up his sales or his best album statistically against a Nas and a Jay-Z. So I got to Googling. So I looked up 400 Degrees. Right? Almost 5 million sold. We're gonna give him 5. It's 4.95. Call it 5, right? We like to round up. After that, the G code got a completely round number, 1 million. So based on my, moderate industry knowledge, that tells me that you shipped 1 million. You didn't move 1 million. Remember back in the day, niggas was getting they was getting platinum plaques for shipping 1 million, not actually selling 1 million.
I remember that.
Juvie the Great.
I remember them days.
1 million even. Project English, 500K. Reality Check was the last one to get a plaque, 500K. So then I got to Googling again. I looked up Jay-Z, right?
That page was kind of.
I didn't even waste my time to do all that.
Scrolling for
Volume 2 ended the argument immediately. Volume 2, as of right now, is at 6.2 million sold. Wow. He tried to make some argument about double CDs and shit like that. And I'm like, bro, like, why are you talking like this? And even if you got that 4.9, I call it 5, you go over to Nas. Nas got 3 million, 2 million, 2 million, 1 million, 1 million, 1 million, 1 million, gold. It continues. Yep. So I just don't quite understand
the Googles.
How you could get on a New York slander platform, because that's what I'm calling art of dialogue at this point.
Right.
Say some bullshit and then tried to poo-poo lyricism and said New York niggas got a different idea of what hip-hop is. We don't have a different idea of what hip-hop is. We have the idea. We started this shit. It's ours.
Talk about it.
It became something else when it left New York. Shout out to Cali for keeping it maintained within what it's supposed to be.
Salute.
Y'all niggas down south always do that shit and then try to front on lyrics like it don't matter. We started it. Y'all took it and made it something else. We pushed back. The general crux of the pushback is because we established this. Y'all took it and made it something else. And we'll never agree on that because what we started, y'all don't reflect what it is. Not y'all in totality, because there's quite a few who still maintain the lyricism. Facts. Shout out Dungeon Family. Shout out motherfucking
Ghetto Boys.
Homie
UGK.
Who's
8 Ball and MJG.
Not JID. What was homie that I got into it with on Twitter the other day? Killer Mike. He Dungeon Family as well.
Yep. Facts.
The fuck are we talking about? Shout out to everybody in Texas. Shout out to all the Mississippi niggas. Shout out to all the Memphis niggas right now spitting and getting their bars off, who still, understand that lyrics are important. But the whole idea that you took this opportunity to take a sideways shot at the city that supported you when you came out, lied about your stats. I guess he didn't know that Hov sold more than him.
Yes, he did.
I guess he didn't know that Nas did big numbers. Like the fuck out of here. Juvenile.
Rapping.
Juvenile. For that and that alone, I need you too.
Get off my lawn.
I'm disgusted. This is episode 105 of the Rap Round Table. It's been a fun time. Hope you enjoyed. Sincerely, hope you enjoyed.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? I'm sweating. I had a blast. Fucking Casamigos. Dini the Balance, take us home.
Yo, you already know what it is. From the day ones to the year fives.
Yes,
Hit
sir.
the like button, subscribe, share, show some love. Send it to a friend who really appreciates
Y'all
this
was
hip hop
cooking.
shit. Shout out to super fucking engineer Josh, man. We got you in the building.
The
Miss
GOAT.
you, good brother. Shout out to motherfucking Mase The Voice.
dog.
Keeping you tapped in with everything that's going on in the culture. If you need to know, talk to that man. Jarv, point guard. Always keeps the
greatest
fucking game
podcaster in the game.
smooth, transitions,
I don't know if
immaculate.
I'm there yet. I'm working on
You
it.
won't find one better. Sincere to raps now. We miss
Miss
you,
you,
my
bro.
good brother. We need you back here with the energy, with the pauses, with the. We need you, my brother. We love you, Sin. You know what it is? It's being the balance of the force with our powers combined, man. It's the Rap Roundtable, episode 105. We out here.
We out here, man. Miss you, Sid.
Love.